A campus in mourning.
I just looked over at his bed and looked at his stuff, and I knew, like, he would never be back there, I guess.
UT honors those hurt and lost. More than 1,000 students packed to the main mall at UT for a vigil tonight, looking for some solace after Monday's deadly attack on campus. I'm Shannon Wolfson.
I'm Robert Hadlock. Freshman Harrison Brown was remembered and honored throughout that ceremony tonight. The 19-year-old from Graham in North Texas was stabbed to death Monday afternoon near Gregory Gym.
Hands down, he was the class clown. If he saw someone look down or upset, Harrison was there, cracking jokes and trying to put a smile on their face.
Mourners on the 40 acres tonight also paying tribute to the 3 surviving victims of Monday's attack. But the death of a fellow student so young is the focus of campus grief.
KXAN's Brittany Glass is live from the UT campus tonight.
Robert, Shannon, I sat down with one of those students this afternoon, Weston Womack. He grew up with Harrison, and he was his roommate here at UT. He tells me this tragedy still doesn't feel real.
Just walking in that room.
Weston Womack says it's too difficult. He can't go back to their dorm room.
5 minutes before he walked out of my dorm room, he was alive and excited.
It's the room he shared with his best friend, Harrison Brown. It was the last place he'd see him.
And he was just leaving to go to his classes.
And talk to him.
Just a friendly, like, hey, what's up? Like, see you after class. Like, let's hang out later.
Womack says he considered Brown a brother. They grew up together. Now they were freshmen at the University of Texas.
Right when I walked in my dorm room, like, his bed is straight whenever you walk in the room. And so it's like the first thing you see. And his desk still had all of his papers, his folders.
Womack says it was in that room Brown shared his passion for music.
Like, this isn't our dorm room, so I probably heard him videoing himself. I see potential. Like, I can see that in a lot of people, and I see it in him every time I see this video.
The hardest part, Womack says, is wondering why.
Someone that has a whole life, like, already planned, and he's super talented at what he does. Like, why him? Like, he knew what he wanted to do, and he had, like, a full plan for his life, and he was set out to do it.
Now, Womack says, he's struggling to understand how he can move forward without him.
It's just a part of my life that was just every day. That's just not, it's just not there. I really don't know what to do to, like, feel that part.
Tonight, the UT Tower is dark in honor of Harrison Brown, and it will stay that way until morning. Meanwhile, his family has traveled back to Graham, Texas, where a rosary and memorial service have both been scheduled for Friday and Saturday. Reporting live on UT campus, Brittany Glass, KXAN News.
Earlier today, we spoke with Harrison Brown's mother, who told us her son was a proud Longhorn. She says Harrison followed in the footsteps of his brother, who also went to school at Texas. She spoke to him just minutes before the attack and says Harrison handed his phone to a stranger just before he died and asked her to call his mother. The last time she saw her son was on Easter. As he said goodbye, he promised to be back home soon to help out.
Family was always first and very important. I think he was a little worried that maybe his dad, we're kind of approaching the end of our ALS. And he turned around and the biggest smile on his face and his baseball cap and said, "I'll be back, Dad. May 20th, take care of you." He was a big gift giver, and it made him happy.
Lori Brown says her son loved music and even wanted to audition for The Voice next month. New tonight, injured ROTC student Stuart Bayless is at home with his family in Katy, Texas. He says he had no idea what was going on when the attack started.
Felt this hand on my shoulder, and it just felt like a kind of a punch to the lower back. Not like a hard punch, but like kind of one where you go like, "Oh, hey, what's up, buddy?" You know, right to the shoulder, and then I reached around with my right hand, grabbed the knife, so that's why my right hand's all cut up.
Bayless said that suspect was calm and looked at him with a blank stare.
And that